Right, oh you lot, what a lovely day it is. Look what I've got. Before that, I was looking everywhere for that. I thought I could have sworn I had a start shaft. I was looking everywhere, and one of you lot subscribers said, "You got a roto start, do I want it?" So I said, "Yes, please." Hadn't thought anything else of it. And today I got a message saying there's a parcel for me. And I was like, a parcel for me? Why would there be a parcel for me? When I went and got it, opened up the box. Got ourselves a roto start. Got a shaft. Got a back plate, but I don't need that yet, but I might need that in the future. And there's a unit. Hasn't got a back on it, but that's alright, don't need that. Sweet. Well happy with that. Nice. So now, today is the day. Come on then you lot. Let's get this Savage up and running. Again, I don't know what engine we've got. I haven't looked that far. I haven't taken it apart. The only thing I've done is put a little bit of PB Blaster in the top because the engine was a bit stiff with the finger. So this hopefully this shaft should be the right one, and it should go. Yes, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Let's take the, yes, see, I definitely need to take that air filter out because what's happening is let's put a cable tie on it. What idiot puts cable ties on there? I'm joking, it's a really good idea to put cable ties, but this is what happens if you can't see. This is what happens to foam air filters if you leave them for any long period of time. That happens, and if you try to start up the engine with that, what happens is it normally sucks a little hole in the middle there, sucks that in. The rest of the filter looks good and you think, what's wrong? But it's sucked up a lot of the foam and you know, gone into the engine, and that's probably why you might have problems. Having said that, 9 times out of 10, if the engine will fire, it will eat the foam up and spit it out the exhaust. But I know some of you lot are a bit fussy, so some of you lot don't like getting foam in your engines and stuff. Believe it or not, engines, they're pretty resilient. I mean, you can put most stuff through an engine and it'll go through. I mean, I've seen on full size engines, I've seen when we've got an old engine and there's a mouse nest in the air filter. Started it up with that in it, sucked in the nest, chewed it all up in the pistons and valves and blown it out of the exhaust, and all you see is fluff coming out of the exhaust. Anyway, now we've got no air filter in there, we can see the old slide. We can see everything we've got. Here's the glow plug. Let's put the glow plug back in. Did we test the glow plug? No, we didn't, did we? Let's test the glow plug, because if the glow plug don't work, I'll be in a spot of bother really, but I might have some that would work with it. Oh yeah, old Mr. Glow Plug is glowing. That's a good sign. It's a good start at least anyway. Let's put that in there. I don't know yet if, well, what I should do really is see if the engine's going to turn over before I put the glow plug in. Let's go and get a battery for this. Or I could just put this in a drill, but since I've got this, might as well use it. Let me go and get a battery. It's unfortunate that it's got no cover. Let's see if I can find the cover. It's not been snapped off, it's just not on there. If I can find a cover for it, I'll better put that on, and then I'll have a nice working rotor start unit hopefully. Let me go and get a battery. Alright, we've got a battery. The wires cut off, so I taped them on, but they'll be alright. We'll stick that in there. Oh, lovely jubbly. That goes that way round. Oh yeah. Let's see if the engine's going to turn over.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm trying to get this running. Oh no. She's still a bit jammed.
Oh.
Still a bit jammed up.
Yep.
Oh my god, what's happened here? Right. This calls for a bit of heat. Bit of heat. Let's get some heat in her. Get some heat in her with the old heat gun. You have to excuse me. I've got the minion out there in the garden running havoc. Right, let's plug that in. Let's get some heat on it. So for those of you that might be wondering what the heat does, hopefully assuming that the reason the engine is jammed, hopefully it's not seized. The difference between seized and jammed is, if it's seized, that means it was running probably at the time and it just either run out of lubrication, didn't have enough oil, was running too lean or got too hot, and actually the piston seized inside the sleeve, which seized inside the cylinder or the block. Hopefully that's not the case, and it's just got a load of nitro in there which has gone jelly and is just sticky and jamming the piston and the crank together and won't let it move. By heating it up with a heat gun, we'll make the jelly become more malleable, and it should just loosen up over time. And even if it has been seized, as if it run out of lubrication or got too hot, if you heat up the block, that'll expand it more than the piston, and you can still unseize an engine and get it going by heating it up. So a bit more heat and we'll see what happens. So let's see if that's actually done anything. Put that in there. I could put this in the drill, I suppose, really, and do it gently, but we'll see. Now we're going. All that needed was a little bit of heat, and that freed that up. Stick a little bit of 3-in-1 oil down in there. Give that a little bit of lubrication. That's just 3-in-1 oil. Get that down there. Right, that's that done. Let's stick this glow plug in. Where's the copper washer? There it is, it's on there. Glow plug is in. We've got plenty of heat in there now anyway, so we should be able to start that up. We shouldn't need to heat it up anymore. Let's get some fuel in the tank. What have we got? Got some here. This is 25%. This is what I'll run the MP9 on with a Nova B3 engine. Run it on 20% Opti-Fuel. Don't know where the bottle's gone, under there somewhere. Probably see it down there somewhere. So we'll get some of that. Stuff a bit of that in here. Hopefully. I had to go and close the door. We're putting a bit of a racket out there with that digger thing. Now we've got some fuel in there. Now this has got a primer on it. As you can probably see there, it's got a primer on this tank, but I don't know whether it's going to work. Sometimes the little seals go and they don't work. Oh, it is working. The primer is working. We've got the fuel coming into the carb. Loads and loads of fuel in there now. I think we're about ready to go. Right, had to go and sort the minion out. Is smashing up the bloody broom handle on the concrete with a mallet and an axe. Had to go and get the axe off of him. Right, what are we doing? Right, we've primed, we've got heat, glow starter. Let's turn on transmitter and receiver. Throttle is good. Glow starter is on. Let's see what we get. She's nearly running. Did you hear that? She's nearly going. throttle, get it going, a little bit of throttle. You can't see much, can you, because of my arm. I've got to hold it just in case it goes. All that PB blaster and that 3-in-1 oil in there burning off. Don't like to tick over, does it? Huh? Boom, boom. I'm just going to move it onto the floor because I keep getting it. I don't want to get it on the bench. Right, here we go. On the floor, a bit better down here because it's just easier. A little bit of throttle again to get it going. Here we go. Sounds really good. And it's ticking over now. Still went a little bit too low for it, but it started to run really well. Don't forget the whole crankcase and everything was filled up with PB blaster, 3-in-1 oil, probably a load of old Nitro. But it actually runs really well, and it sounds nuts. It sounds really deep and just like throaty. But these pipes always did sound good. I always did like these HPI pipes. The one I've got on mine is it makes it sound a bit more sort of rattly and tinny, whereas this one sounds nice and deep. But at least the engine runs good. I've actually got a better air filter to put on it, one that I got from that mystery box. I'm going to put that air filter on it now, and then we'll run it again. So this is the air filter I got from that mystery box, just a Fast Tracks air filter there, but hopefully it will fit on there nicely. So if I get this cable ties and cut off the cable tie, there we go, get rid of that. This little basket's actually in really good condition. That's the original HPI air filter rubber basket thing. I have got foams for this, so but I like the other style of air filter. I like these big filters. So let's put this on. This is my favourite type of filter. This one here. It was like a little mesh cage, and that goes on there. It doesn't have any screws or anything. You put the inner foam in there, the outer foam goes on the outside, and then that just kind of slots on there. No screws, no nothing. Didn't have any screwdrivers to take the filter off. These days, with these ones, you need a screwdriver just to take the foams out. I think that's a bit over the top, really, to be honest, but anyway, let's get this off, because this is what I want. This should make... This should... Hopefully it fits. I have to take the cable tie off. I was hoping I wouldn't have to, but I'm going to have to take that cable tie off there. And put that... There we go. So now we've got a bit of a longer neck. And that can go on there. This was the one that used to be on the 21. There we go. That's more like that now. So it's not anywhere near the spur, and it just sort of sits happily in there like that. It's not ideal. I will change that if I can, but there we go. Happy with that though, happy with that. Let's start it up with this air filter on and see how she runs, and we'll try and get her ticking over by herself without any assistance. How easy will she start up again as well? That's the question. And then we'll get the old screwdriver out and try and get her to tick over. Let's turn up the tick over. Tick over's over here on this one. Spring with a screw on it, turn it in a little bit. Might have to adjust the mixture a little bit, but we should be alright, I reckon. Here we go. Ooh, press the button by accident. Didn't mean to press the button. A little bit more. You see, once the engine warms up and gets better, it'll start to run better as well, so I might have to turn that tick over down after a while. Running a little bit. All I want to try and do is get her to a stage where she'll stay running. Where's the plug? Too much. I'm not trying to do any kind of tune, by the way, in case you lot are going, oh yeah, we're going to turn it on that. I just want to get her to tick over and stay running for a bit. Forget, we don't know how long it's been since it did actually run and was last used, but I think that runs really well. I'm well happy with that. Might have to try and give it a bit of a blast now. The question, will she run? The answer, yes, of course, without a doubt. So the next time we see this, we'll be out and about somewhere. Seeing it. I heard second gear working because it changed gear when I was revving it up when I lifted it off the ground. So I know it does work, but how it's going to be, how good it's going to be, I don't know. The general idea that I've got from the bloke that I got it from, and all the work that's been done to it, the stupid little speedo and the brake lights and bits and bobs like that, it's probably going to be tuned pretty well. I don't mean the engine, I mean the gear change. Bloody thing. The engine will need to be retuned anyway, because it could be different conditions, you know, and all that kind of factors. You can never say an engine is tuned and leave it there. It's got to be redone anyway. I've got a funny feeling the gearbox is going to be pretty well spot on, but we'll find out. We'll see. So thanks for watching, you lot. Hope you enjoyed that Will It Run, and all of you lot knew that it was going to run anyway, so pretty happy. I'll catch you lot on the next one. All the best. Remember, treat everyone with respect, treat people how you want to be treated, and treat other people's property with respect as well. Catch you lot later.